Local fire crews, meantime, also getting ready and preparing for the impacts of this storm.
Here with the San Diego Fire Rescue Department Assistant Chief David Gerboth. Good morning, and thank you for being here this morning. You just heard Chrissy's update. Are you worried? Is the department worried?
I think we're prepared. Certainly, we're taking it very seriously. We've already seen an uptick in calls related to the weather this morning, significant number of traffic accidents, as well as seeing wires down throughout the city. So we're definitely prepared. We have staffed up additional crews. We have 10 swiftwater and flood rescue crews stationed throughout the entire city that are comprised of specially trained firefighters and lifeguards that will be able to effect any rescues as necessary if this materializes.
I wanted to ask you what the rest of your day will look like, and you mentioned there's extra crews, you guys are stationed everywhere, you're ready to go, but what will the day look like? Is it kind of just sitting there ready for anything? You said you had some calls already.
Yeah, so we'll have the crews, many of the crews will be actually on patrol. They'll be in different areas. Certainly there's areas that have a propensity for flooding within the city, as well as some areas that we're just not sure about yet on the level of rainfall that comes.
How do you guys decide in terms of, we know here, and obviously you guys know as well, the areas that are more prone to flooding, the areas that are more prone to having too much rain come down at the same time? Do you kind of put extra forces there and extra people there as opposed to other locations, or how do you kind of map that out?
We do. We have some areas that, of the areas we know for sure, Tijuana River Valley, Mission Valley, Sorrento Valley, we know those areas for sure are prone to flooding, as well as we have other crews throughout the city for areas we're just watching out for.
I was having a conversation, David, yesterday with Heather, and we were talking about the use of resources during this time. So people who make the choice that they want to go out today, they're going to go shopping, go do whatever they want to do. You know, on my drive in, I saw quite a few accidents already in the morning, and you have the fire department, police, all kinds of, personnel, emergency that need to be there. What does that do, if you could share that with people that are watching right now, to the resources that you may need to address big emergencies?
Yeah, this is the day where you should watch a movie, play a board game. You shouldn't be out in travel, especially if the winds materialize with the water. Very dangerous conditions. Oftentimes when we see these type of conditions, even conditions that are less than we're expecting, we'll have fire crews that'll be tied up on the freeways for hours at a time, going from one traffic accident to another. What it does, it really slows down our response for those emergent incidents that are happening in your community. So really, this is the day not to travel outside the house.
And that's the great point to be had, because you go out, and if you need to pull from the resources that are necessary during an emergency, that's not what you should be doing. I wanted to talk to you also, you mentioned some power lines. People are out getting generators in case the power goes out, power lines go down. What's some advice and tips in terms of fire safety when there may be people who never use a generator? It's like, oh, this is the one I bought from Home Depot yesterday, this is my first time using it. What do you tell these folks? Yeah,
well, generators, many of them are gas-powered generators, so you got to be cautious about having those in the house. They produce carbon monoxide, they produce fumes. They need to be well outside and away from the living space. When you're filling them with gasoline, you got to be very careful that you have an ignition hazard with those as well. So really, the safety guidelines of those generators need to be followed.
Speaking of the power, I do believe SDG&E tweeted last night that power outages are guaranteed. They are expecting them to happen. So I've just been offering a lot of advice to a lot of friends and family, like, charge up your phones now, get those extra battery packs going so that in the case that you don't have power, you're ready to go. Can we talk about sandbags a little bit?
Sure.
We've seen a lot of pictures and video of people getting them, and there were places that they were out. What are the rules with sandbags? Is it too late at 7:42 in the morning to be doing this stuff?
Not at all. There was a new shipment of sandbags last night. I think there was 100,000 delivered to the city. If you go to sandiego.gov, they have the park and rec facilities that are giving out sandbags. Those are free distribution at many of the park and rec facilities.
Can I ask you, because hurricanes and these types of storms are not common for us here, so what would you need a sandbag for? If there's somebody watching going, well, do I need a sandbag?
So if you have areas in your home where you don't have good drainage, where the water may come right into your house, those are areas that use sandbags so that you can block that. It won't affect your living space in some of those areas, and low-lying areas especially.
Just as a reminder, if you get a bunch of sandbags, Can't just go to the beach and load up, right?
You can. You are allowed
You
to.
can?
You are allowed to use the sand on the beach. You have to be very cautious right now. We did proactively close the beaches, the
Yeah.
parks, so we don't want people out there recreating, especially. But in normal conditions, you are allowed to use the sand.
I asked Alex Tardy with the National Weather Service earlier if he had any advice for some people, because there are people who, in all walks of life, they take things way too seriously, and there are people who take things not seriously at all. There's most of us in the middle. What do you have to say to people who maybe are dismissing this, if you will? What's your message?
Yeah, unfortunately, being in this business for a long time, a lot of the emergencies that we respond to are people that are dismissive, unfortunately. So this is really, this is an unprecedented event already. We've never had these levels of warning and watches ever in San Diego. So this is already historic. We're going to do our best. We prepare for the worst, absolutely, and we hope people do the same.
Yeah, just given what we've watched in Maui over the past few weeks, and it's like you never expect these emergencies to happen, but it's how prepared you are during that time, where sometimes it's just too late if you're not taking the proper precautions.
Absolutely, yeah. We want people to really heed the warnings, stay home, stay off the roadways, and let's let this pass. Let's take a day off, let it pass, and that way we can all come out of this safe.
Chief, you said it all. Play some Parcheesi at home, get some board games out, and take the day off from doing things. We appreciate what you guys do, keeping us all safe. I know you're out there working hard today, so thank you for the time.
Thank
you so much.
All right, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.